I'm back. Sorry about last night. I kind of passed out. Yeah, I didn't mean to pass out. It's just I had nothing to do. I was trying to get back, but somebody was using the room at the time. So I had to wait, and while I was waiting, I passed out, so it's whatever. Anyway, on to what's today. We're live. We're here with Nerdy Bros, and we're going to be talking literally anything that comes up.
If you guys have any suggestions in the comments about what you want to hear our thoughts on,
yeah,
it could be anything. Just please don't make it stupid. Like, don't say anything just to try to trigger us.
Yeah, no hate comments. Nothing rude.
Be a little smart.
I'm gonna be playing
And yeah,
Overwatch in the background while we talk.
Oh,
he's playing too. Alright, well, yeah, let's get into this. Competitive play, I really don't care. Alright, I say a lot. I'm really starting to notice that. Anyway, fuck, there I go again. we have pre-decided our first. Do I want to say topic? Yeah, I want to say topic. We've decided on our first topic.
What's our first topic?
Well, we're gonna start criticizing the DCEU. It's good and it's the highs and its lows.
It's good, but it's bad at the same time. They need to step up their games. We've had enough of their cringy stuff.
Honestly, I'm gonna go as far.
Stop.
I'm gonna go as far as to support what they've done so far.
Prepare your defenses.
Okay, a lot of people are gonna disagree, but I actually like Batman vs Superman. It fitted what it was supposed to be.
Actually,
a lot of people didn't like BBS. All those Superman nerd junkies hated it. The reason they hated it is because it made Superman look like a bad guy. That's not bad though. I mean, that's what Superman. That's a good story for him, even though it might not seem like it.
Well, I'm gonna start off saying, with the exception of Suicide Squad, I'm really happy with the DCEU so far, and that's including Man of Steel. I'm also, it's not that I'm not happy with Suicide Squad. It's good. It's just it could have been better. But you know what? Why don't we start?
I find Man of Steel was good the first time you watch it. Don't try to watch it any other time unless you want to fall asleep. That's just what I found out.
What do you think are the bad parts about it? What are your opinions on it?
The bad parts, it's just boring. It's not a good story. It's good for an Origins. I will agree to that. Like it has its merits, but it's just sometimes it's not really. It can be a little boring. I can see how some people would really not like it, and the reviews it got. Batman vs Superman, I want to look at because that game has a lot of controversy. A lot of people say it was terrible, and a lot of people say it wasn't. The fact is, I thought it was good. I don't see why people would hate it.
With Batman v Superman 2, what a lot of people nitpicked on it and said that they hated about it was the
No.
Oh, what was the bad part about it? Okay, what's something people really nitpick about that movie? I can't remember offhand.
Superman looks like a dick.
I haven't heard that actually until today. Until you said that.
Everyone thinks he was a dick. Also, they think Batman was just a little too much. There wasn't a lot of Superman for a Superman movie.
It's not a Superman movie though.
No, it wasn't, but people thought it was. They thought that they were just trying to copy the kind of the narrative. Like, I don't know. They thought it was kind of loose, this story, I guess. People had so many issues with it. I know a lot. Honestly, I don't even know because I thought it was an okay movie, and this stuff was kind of.
It was an okay movie.
My review for it, I would give it an 8. The best it did was an 8 out of 10. There was, I'm gonna agree, there was some issues with it.
I would go about an 8 too. But one of the things that a lot of people were nitpicking about it was Batman's general, like, I don't care, I'm going to kill.
But you see that fist because Jason Todd technically just died, so it only makes sense that he'd be like that.
It doesn't say he just died, but he has died.
Well, there is
also,
very big. Well, okay, no, he died 10 years ago, and he hasn't gotten over it. He doesn't want that to happen to him, so that's what he's afraid of.
Here I am.
What it is you think about it, he is a grizzled Batman. He's old, and you can tell he's old.
He is really old. I like that idea, but I'd like a Batman, a new Batman who's not like so old. Because the old Batmans, they look depressing, to be honest.
I was
really
actually
sad
really satisfied with the old Batman.
It's sad to watch a Batman because he's an old man trying to fight with his fists against guys who are in their 20s. It just doesn't make it too great of a story.
Well, also
I'm not gonna say it wasn't
with
like
the
the
fact that
story,
he's killing, he has the best way I can think of to say it is to quote the Dark Knight trilogy. Honestly, I'm kind of nitpicky, but well, not nitpicky, but stealing someone else's line, I guess you could say.
I think
You
it's
either
time for us to
die a
seal the
hero or live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
Faster than this.
See, but people thought he was the villain. He wasn't really a villain.
It's not that he's a villain, but he's blurred that line. That line has become blurred to him. He can't tell the difference.
Definitely he has. He's become more of a vigilante. You know, the idea of vigilantism, taking the law into your own hands, becoming judge, jury, and executioner. He's basically the Punisher without guns.
Yeah.
No, let me correct that. He takes their guns. He never carries around his own guns, but he'll definitely carry
And
around
what you notice at
anyone
the
else's
end of the
guns he can
movie,
pick up.
what you notice at the end of the movie, because the entire movie is about him trying to kill Superman. That's one thing that people have to realize. At the end of the movie, he sees Superman's reluctance to, like, how Superman was ready to sacrifice himself for his mother.
That's another thing. People said, why did he just decide not to kill him after he said Martha? Oh, he said his mom's name. That, like, anyone could say Martha, and he would just not kill them. That'd be a funny joke.
Yeah, no, that's not it, though.
The idea behind Martha is that
it's Superman being humanized.
He's a human. And in the whole movie, he doesn't expect him to be a superhero. He sees him to be an alien who is ready to kill anyone, which, hey, if that Batman's being just protective of Earth, that's not a bad thing. I don't see why people are
and to
getting
support
triggered
Superman's side for what happened during his storyline, during Man of Steel. There we go. That's the name of the movie. He was just starting out. He was just getting the handle of his powers. Plus, you have two unbreakable beings trying to break each other among very breakable things. You know?
Which is true. You see, yeah, I agree with you on that. But I could also see the idea that if Batman all of a sudden isn't agree with it, it would be annoying. Like, especially if he's tried this far and all of a sudden one word away and all of a sudden now he's just trying to kill him.
What what made Batman stop is Superman was humanized. He saw that Superman wasn't what he thought he was. He wasn't as bad as he thought he was.
No, because like I said, he thought he was just an alien who had the power to kill anyone, and he realized that he wanted to give Superman like his kind of welcome. He's like, yeah, you're gonna die. You die. Go home, kid. This is my Earth. And he was afraid that he was gonna actually lose his shit.
Yeah.
Another issue people had was with Lex Luthor. They thought he was more like Joker. And honestly, he would probably play a better.
They thought he was more like Joker. It's more
he's
that
more like
he
Joker
was
than Heath Ledger, but he wasn't like Joker. He hid behind a comedian act so he wouldn't seem like this villain. He acted out in
which also
public.
follows his comic book storyline.
Yeah, people say, "Oh my God, he acted like Joker." Well, of course he did that because he didn't want people.
That's how he was
to
in the comics
expect
at
things
first
of
too.
him. Yeah, he
Plus-
wanted to look a little dumb so people wouldn't think much of him.
It's
Where
not that
in
he wanted to
reality,
look
he's just-
dumb. It's he wanted to look innocent.
That is
Like
also yeah.
during
that's-
during his speech, where right after
One shot.
Clark and
One kill.
Bruce meet, you see him.
Enough
He
waiting
said
around.
okay. You can tell that he's trying to overdo it by him having social anxiety and coming off as, well, the happy, not giving a fuck that he looked like. Even as he spelled out his plan.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
I don't know if I explained that right, but
It's a bit loose, but I understand what you're trying to get. The premise you're trying to get at right now.
yeah.
It's I don't know. There's so much to it. I don't see why people though would just hate this movie for what it was. I honestly am though afraid for Justice League. It seems like they're trying to make it too funny. They're trying to take away how like serious and real it was, because that's also another complaint is people thought the movie was too real. It wasn't really that funny. People were expecting a Marvel movie. When they try to make
they're
a Marvel
expecting
movie,
a Marvel movie. Well, people, it's not Marvel. This is DC. DC has always been grittier. Always has been, always will be.
Yeah, and that's what's good about it. But people want an Avengers movie, and then like they tried doing that with Suicide Squad, and it turned out to be terrible.
Yeah, that didn't
That movie
turn out well for
that's
Suicide.
That's gonna be a totally other topic. Suicide Squad. I had a couple issues with that movie, and then I also don't have a couple issues with that movie. But in retrospect to that movie, yeah, you know what? Let's just talk about that. There's a lot more to talk about. What do you
Yeah.
think of Suicide Squad?
I thought it was a good movie. It was really complex when you take the time to actually look at it.
True.
Like a lot of the
found
people who
that it was
criticized
just a
it
little too much.
didn't take the time to actually look at it to form a proper opinion.
Okay, I think it was good, but people are being, it's the people as well, like, it's getting annoying, everyone's like freaking out, it's like, because Harley Quinn is like, okay, Harley Quinn as a person who spends the time being a superhero like this, or trying to be a lone character, Harley Quinn's not a good lone character. She was made to be a sidekick, but they're building her not to be a sidekick. They're building her to be this character who is overprotective, she's badass. She's using a bat and a pistol. I mean, anyone could do what she can do. She's not all that powerful. She takes ballet. I mean, and they make her seem like she's this. She knows mixed martial arts all of a sudden. That's just not normal.
No, but in the same turn, Aaron, in the same turn, it's a really different take on the character. Plus, we haven't seen her in any movie before. She has never been in a movie, so we didn't know what to expect.
No, but I mean, in this movie, she did a good idea. She played it. How she did it though was good, but Harley Quinn, I don't think she. I think she was the.
For
I
her
think they kind
first
of messed her up.
on-screen
They
appearance,
should. You could see they did it okay though at some points where she was still obsessed with the Joker. How she still wanted to be with them. That makes sense. That's Joker. That's Harley Quinn. She is made to not be alone. I mean, in the comics, they've tried to do that. They've tried to make it seem like, oh my God, she can do it all by herself. Really, she can't. She's made the point of her character is to be the Robin of the Batman.
Here I am.
She's supposed to be the sidekick.
yeah.
And you're supposed to see the difference of how they get treated. Harley Quinn gets treated terribly because she's the villain.
Yeah.
I mean, what do we expect?
I'm
here,
actually,
right?
she's one of, I think, one of the best well-done characters from that movie.
Deadshot was pretty good. I like Deadshot. I think it really
Deadshot
brought an
was-
interesting character.
Well, like,
he was
he was
Deadshot,
the best done
actual-
character of the movie.
The Captain America of the team. You know, he's got all these great powers. He knows what he's doing. They kind of dulled down his character a lot with his sniping skills. Like, okay, Deadshot can ricochet off, like, bullets off anything. and now he's like just shooting people point blank in the face. That's not
That was
really
a bad idea.
all
That
that.
was a bad idea.
That's not all that great. It's okay, but it's not the best. But it's not. That's not my biggest issue with the movie. My biggest issue is the plot line. Let's be honest. It's pretty weird. The idea of the plot line. She's trying to get all these villains together so she could get them to save the building from this villain. One of the Suicide Squad members turns into the villain.
Payload secured. Move
And so we're left with this idea that she's the villain, and then okay, spoilers. The ending is just okay, they killed off one of the best characters in the movie. The best
really
build-up character, which was, I don't even remember his name, they don't even talk about him. He was so unimportant in the movie.
Diablo.
It was just godforsaken horrible. El Diablo. He was the best character in the movie, he did everything well. He had a side of him where we cared about him, although he was still that villain, but he knows he doesn't want to be, but he has to. He's the most badass character in the game. Holy shit. I'm playing Overwatch, that's why, but he's in the movie, he's just so great. And then he uses his powers, like his big powers. And he just dies, he just gets wiped out, so... Oh, what a fire. How does he run out of his one power?
It's not that he ran out of his power, it's that it was choked out of him.
No, he just kept fighting, he was good, he kept fighting, he was winning, and all of a sudden, boom, he just ran out of power. Like, it's not like it was taking a workout, it's not like the guy was beating the crap out of him too much. Not really, he was doing a pretty damn good job.
I'm just doing my job.
And that's the issue I had with it, it was just a little too much. Too much! And the ending was, the plot line was just so weak. Joker was it was terrible. Everyone's like, he wasn't too bad. That's sympathy. They're literally sympathizing with the guy.
Are you hating on the Joker right now?
He purred. He went like this. He's like, in the casino, he was cooing at a guy. That's terrible. And the laugh. Holy crap. The Joker.
Okay, yes, the laugh I will
He was
admit.
a little insane.
The laugh
he was a little
work.
insane, but...
The laugh needed work. But in the same turn, he is a supporting character. He's not meant to really be well developed.
He wasn't well developed. There was a bunch of scenes though where he was supposed to be good, and that's on the developers' issues. But apparently Jared Leto said it was good. What they did show though, no matter what, I still thought was not that great.
In the same turn, if they had done the Joker the way we all expect, one, would it seem realistic based on his relationship with Harley? The fact that he spends the entire movie trying to save her.
That's not real. He would never do that. He never has done that in the past. He's only ever done one thing, and that's use her. That's literally his one move, is using her for whatever he wants. He's never really cared about her. Like, he's just used her to get what he wants through her. Like, let's say he needs to get out of prison, she'll help because she cares. But she does not love him at all. It's pretty. That's the one issue. That's the issue I had with that. Is that Joker would never do any of that. It's just unrealistic.
If we had made him the way we all expected him to be, what would we have paid more attention to? Him or the actual movie itself? He would have shadowed all the players that we actually came for.
Yeah, but no matter. He was not the Joker you would want. You want a Joker that's actually insane, not trying to save Harley. He would be right now, he'd be doing whatever he wants. Maybe he's bored. That's my understanding, that he was bored of it. And so, you know, he's just not trying to, like, do anything. He's just like, oh yeah, I'll go save her. She's cool. She's pretty great. I'll keep her around. That
brings another of my point about the Joker. It's not as much about the Joker, but if you actually pay attention...
It might not have been about the Joker, but it's definitely important the Joker was in it.
Let me finish. if you actually pay attention to some of the details in the movie, it heavily insinuates that Harley was pregnant.
She wasn't pregnant. There's no way she's pregnant. She took a whiplash to the stomach at one point, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, she's not pregnant at the time of the movie, but it heavily insinuates.
Oh, no. Are you talking about that one scene where she was pregnant?
No. It pops up before that, too. You remember when the Joker's lying on the ground? A missed knife?
Double kill.
In the middle, on the edge of that, if you look, there are a pair of baby onesies.
Okay, yeah, he killed babies. He's the Joker.
No, they're
He
laid out
actually
very
does kill
neatly.
babies. They're trying to show how he's that insane. Unless I understand what you're saying, that only makes sense that if he was trying to get her, and that's because they're pregnant. But we also have to take into account that they just met.
No.
In the movie, it doesn't seem like it, but they just met because
No.
they're
No, it does
together.
not. That is not true because if by what you're saying with what you were saying about Batman v Superman, where Robin was killed 10 years ago,
Yeah.
if that fits into the timeline, at the very end of Harley's cue card at the beginning of the movie, it says
Batman shows up.
no.
Joker just gets out of jail, right?
First round.
So, and then he gets broken out. Gone.
For a second, and
No,
let me
no.
finish.
Score.
You know how it lists
Alright.
a bunch of things about them, like the wording?
Sure,
At the very
yeah.
bottom of that, accomplished.
Okay.
So if your timeline fits of it being 10 years, she's been with Joker for 10 years.
But that's it can't say the murder of Joker. I mean, murder of Robin. That's
It does though.
That, okay, but it doesn't make sense because what we look at is that so he just met her, and then let's say she gets into toxic waste and then she comes out, right? Well, remember that casino scene where after that they leave, they get into a car, the Lamborghini, and then she gets captured, and then she's in prison.
Yeah.
Well, here's the issue. In that scene, the guy that Joker talks to says, it's great to see you're out of jail. Welcome back.
It's the Joker.
So,
How many times are they in and out of jail?
I guess, but just to keep it that okay, see, this is the issue. They're keeping it way too loose. They can't keep it this loose.
Hey, you know how angry he gets when he learns that she's in a black site?
Okay, yeah.
He's angry about that because they would usually put her in Arkham, where they break out of all the time. It's easy. But she's in a black site, so he has to work to get her back. Because he thinks that she's still pregnant.
Now that might be the case, but if they do that, they would be ruining any idea for the prequels. And
For what?
they would be okay. Prequels, crap. Any sequels, because if they, what's the point of coming out with these new movies with Harley Quinn if she's pregnant?
She's not though.
The only thing I can see is she's gonna have an abortion. Yeah, but then Joker would
She's
not
already
care.
lost the baby.
Even with that, Joker's insane. Why would he care about his baby? He never did in the past. He only cared about it to get to Batman. We know that from Batman Return of the Joker. When he had a kid, which he just kidnapped Robin, he did it to take Batman. He never had any interest in having a baby, so
Yeah,
why would he
this
have a
would be
baby
his
now?
own. It would be his
Well, why
own
not?
child though, not some random one.
But why would he want to do that? It just doesn't make sense. He's the Joker. He's not like, oh, I met a girl, I'm gonna get her pregnant because I'm the Joker and I want to live a normal life. And even
Hey.
in the scene, we know she's not pregnant, thank God, because we know in the scene where she wants to be normal, she does have a kid. And I'm assuming she can't have a kid considering his. I mean, come on, they dipped in toxic waste. That does something to the body.
Yes, but that doesn't
Especially
exactly
certain
mean that
organs.
she's sterile.
Even so, Joker might. I mean, she took a dip.
It's a possibility and one that they heavily suggest on.
But anyways, that's such a loose part of the movie, and it's like they're never gonna do it because no one wants that really. I mean, if you do, you'd just be changing the story into this section where it's just not the best.
I would
nevertheless,
I would find that story.
I'd watch it. I would watch it just for shits and giggles, but I would never be interested.
I honestly, I think I would. I think it would be interesting. Like, not for her to have a kid, but for what I'm saying, like, she's had it, and then lost it.
If she's already lost it, they're never gonna bring it up, and if she already did lose it, why did she not talk about it? She was able to talk about her relationship with Joker, so why won't she talk about her baby?
Because that would be more
it's
traumatic.
A bloody baby. I don't really agree with that.
It's just a little Easter egg type thing that you notice.
You're also adding the idea that she has emotions like a normal person. She's fucking insane.
She does. She does have emotions.
But it's not like healthy emotions, so we can't assume that she cares about all that kind of stuff.
I didn't say it would be healthy, but
babies
she would. Any mother, sane or not, would still care about their child.
That is true.
That is natural human instinct. No matter how much you fuck yourself up with chemicals, it's gonna be the same. I just think that'd be an interesting little tidbit to add.
It would be definitely it would be I don't know. I'm not a big, I wouldn't be a big fan of that. I'd honestly just be a little like, no, too much. It's a little too much.
I like how they hint at it.
They do definitely hint at it.
It would explain a lot about the Joker in the movie.
But honestly, there's just I thought it was an okay. It was an average, fun to watch movie. I hope they don't. It was them trying to be like the Avengers. It's still not that great. They really do need to step up their game still.
Yeah. The original cut probably would have been better than what we got.
See, but we shouldn't have to rely on that. Also, Captain Boomerang was a terrible character.
Actually, I think he was the character that was truest to the comics.
He was funny. He was a little funny, but I mean, he was just still really weird.
I think he was the closest to the comics out of all of them.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
I don't actually know about that. I think Deadshot was pretty good. I mean, the only difference is that Deadshot's not actually black; he's white.
That and he's
not really Captain Boomerang. The character himself doesn't look too much because Boomerang doesn't have a beard. He's also kind of he's not
I'm
like
glad that
chunky.
they deviated from his costume in the comics. Honestly, I am.
He's also not as chunky as he is. He's more he's a little bit more thinner. And he also uses his boomerangs a lot more than he did in the movie. Like, he used his boomerangs twice. He threw 2 boomerangs in the whole entire movie. He usually used close quarter. I just cut him up. That's all he did, really. But I mean, I'd give it a honestly, I'd give it like okay, 5 is an average for me, so I'm giving it like a 6 out of 10, slightly above average.
I'd give it a 7, 7.5.
I didn't think it was that great of a movie. It's just, they really need to work on it, and it's too much. It's not supposed to be. It was a little funny at times. They broke it up a lot, yeah, sure, but there's just a lot of parts that are missing that they don't really call in for.
That's because they got shamed into changing the movie.
They made it to be like that. They made because they
but
thought
they
this
went
would
back
be
and
their
they
saving
reshot
grace.
new scenes. They changed the script because everybody was hating on it. Was hating on how dark BVS was.
Attack on objective B.
I mean, have you looked at BVS's fan service? No one hates it. It was just a little too much. I thought there's gonna be better movies that come out. I don't know if I'd watch a second Suicide Squad. I would, to be honest, 'cause I just watch any superhero movie, but it would be they would have to step it up, because I don't think I would be interested if they don't. Is anyone saying anything in the comments?
No, there's nobody watching right now.
Oh, okay.
Now you have my
Good.
attention.
Good. We've been just talking about like jack shit lately.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, I honestly am starting to hate this game already. From these.
I'm actually okay with it right now. Ah, shit.
I think it's just because I haven't played in a long time, but so characters who play Soldier 76. Soldier 76 needs to be dulled down a little bit. He's not the greatest.
Americans.
Viva Online.
Ay.
Also, I can't find a good character to play.
I've just been using
I'm not really like.
the Widowmaker this entire time and been doing actually really
I'm not
good.
really a big fan of any of these characters.
EMP activated.
Well, it's 2017. We will be getting a whole new slot of movies.
Yeah, what do you think
out
of the
these.
new what do you think they're gonna do with the new Justice League movie? I hope it goes really well. I think it's gonna be good. It might be just their saving grace.
Honestly, at this point, I don't think they exactly need a saving grace.
Here I am.
I think they're doing
They
okay.
might, because it's because people are giving him bad reviews, and then less people
It's
are watching.
because
those
people are
movies.
expecting Avengers. They're expecting
that's
the
what-
light,
But it's not bad
light
because
tones
Marvel.
that we get out of the Avengers. You're not gonna get that.
They want movies that are just fun to go and watch with their kids, when this movie wasn't really a kid movie.
It's DC has always been grittier than Marvel. It always has been, always will be. It's one of the things I like about it. It's more realistic than you'll ever get out of Marvel.
True though. Are you in my match, by the way?
I have no idea. I might be. I don't
No,
know.
you're not.
Check the
I was wondering, I was like, are you even in my match?
No, I'm not.
Were you about to play with Matt?
Tranquility.
I have no idea. I'm mid-match right now. Go away, mate. Very nice.
Let's try that again.
How many movies are we getting out of DC this year? 2? 3?
Let's see, there's the new Batman movie. I think
Oh, the
it's coming out
Batman
this
movie
year.
comes out this year. Wait, is that
Justice
the
League?
Lego Batman movie or the actual Batman movie?
Oh. Wonder Woman. I think
We're
that's
getting
it.
Wonder Woman, we're getting Justice League Part 1.
Wonder Woman, I can see that just being some feminist overlord of the movie, which I am not excited for now. Ever since I saw the trailer, and she was like, oh, you're a receptionist? Out on my world, it's like, yeah, we get it. Cool, it's great. It's just another movie in which people are gonna be like, feminists. They ruined her. I might actually cry.
I've taken the objective. Get over here.
I have high hopes for the Justice League movie right now. Honestly, I do.
Oh, I have high hopes for it. Justice League movie is gonna be great. It looks like it's good. I am not happy that when how Superman is technically not around right now, it's not really worthy of who he is. He should be around. He is.
No, actually, I'm
he's
happy
the one who
with that.
Because he's supposed to be the one who's supposed to really form the Justice League. I'd be happier if he formed it. It's like, okay, Batman's gonna make the Justice League, right? And then Superman's gonna come in and just take control.
No.
Is that honestly what we're expecting right now?
No.
A movie
Batman
where he
has
just is gonna always take control.
Even in the comics, it's always been Batman and Superman who make it. Yes, I will admit that. But Batman has always been. He's not officially, but he's always been the one in charge. Batman says something and you fucking listen.
Yeah, I can see that. Why not?
That's how it's always been.
One shot, one kill.
And honestly, I'm happy with that. Because that's the way it should be. Batman is Batman. He's not really ever wrong.
It'll never be horrible. It'll just be boring.
It's just whether... You know what I think it's going to... How I think they're going to do it? You know how I think they're going to do it?
What?
The way I think they're going to do it is... I think we're going to get 2 major cliffhangers this year. I think...
Yeah. No, they ruined the Suicide Squad ending too. Because they came out with Batman vs Superman. Did you notice the ending for Suicide Squad was basically confirming that it's about Justice League when we already came out with the trailer?
I don't remember that.
It's like, what's the point of giving us this ending that doesn't tell us anything new? All we know is that he's getting a little bit more information from someone who knows he's Batman. I mean, that might make further complications for Bruce, but honestly it won't, because he's Batman. He can probably take out a system like that and take out the squad, unless Deathstroke comes in like he's supposed to in the solo Batman movie. And honestly, I can't wait for that Batman.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
I think the way it's gonna be is we're going to get not 1 but 2 cliffhanger endings out of DC this year. I think the Batman movie. Okay, the Batman movie is gonna end with its cliffhanger being that it's going to end, and we're going to see Jason Todd return as Red Robin. That's how Batman's going to end.
You mean Red Hood?
Yes. What did I say?
Robin.
Oh.
Did Red Robin?
No, that's
Timmy.
That's Tim Drake.
Tim's. Oh, you know what I can see happening in the solo Batman? Tim's comes in, right? He'll be like, "What's poppin', B?" Batman's not going to be as violent as now. He's going to be better. Yeah, if you remember from the old comics, he was like this. He was more violent. Which is why Tim Drake became. Died. Yeah, exactly. So if he does come in and does this stuff, it will get so.
We might get Tim Drake coming in as a. We need a Robin. Honestly, we do. We've never had a Batman movie do Robin justice.
With a good Robin. Yeah, I mean, what do we have? The other guy who's kind of like really edgy.
Yeah. But if I had my pick of Robins, I'd pick Damian Wayne. Sorry to the rest of them, I'd pick Damian Wayne. Simply because by Damian Wayne being the current Robin, that means we have Nightwing, we have Red Hood, we have Red Robin, we have Spoiler. All of those characters possible just because Damian Wayne is the current Robin. But what I think is going to happen is this year, the Batman movie is going to end with Jason Todd coming back as Red Hood. He's going to come back, and then the Justice League movie is going to end with the Justice League terribly losing.
Don't get caught.
The Justice League is going to be doing terribly.
And
They're
then
losing.
Superman's going to come in and
then
save the
Superman's going to come back. Yeah. That's exactly what I think is going to happen.
It makes perfect sense. Superman, and he's gonna be the one, and they're gonna try to do him justice. He needs that justice.
Yeah.
He needs to be known as a good guy. In this game, and it's up to them to actually push that. Now, if they do it, who knows? I mean, they've been pretty interesting lately.
Yeah. But no, those are the cliffhangers we're gonna get
Let's
this
try
year.
that again.
I would be fine with both of those. Honestly, I'd be happy with it. Because, and they would fit together too, because the return of Jason would put Batman off his game. Which would make sense for why they'd be losing, and Superman would come back. And then next year we get Flash, Part 2, Aquaman, and... Do we get Shazam next year, or is that 2019?
I don't even know if Shazam's gonna be... He's not gonna be around for a very long time.
No, I think he's 2020 or
Locking down the
2019.
objective. Rally to me.
Is he? I know he's not coming out for a long time. It's gonna be Flash before him.
Flash is next year.
Oh, thank God.
Ça pique, n'est-ce pas?
What damn time they did that?
This year we get. You got to think it's already 2017. Next year's 2018. We have Flash next year. If I'm correct, I'm gonna actually look up the DCEU dates.
We had someone.
I know 2019 is gonna be Cyborg and Shazam.
Someone said Suicide Squad was amazing. I'm going live. Goodbye. It was okay. It wasn't great.
Okay.
People are saying that because they want to give it justice for what it is. Because, no offense, some people, I'm not saying any names, but a lot of people probably just agree with it because it makes them look edgy. Cool. That's look at these villains. Now we get this idea that these characters are villains and we get to play as them. Like, no, it's just a movie. Like, chill. Don't give it what it is.
It doesn't say when the Batman movie comes out.
Really? I think it's coming out this year or next year, definitely. They want to
This year we have Wonder Woman and Justice League. Next year we get Flash and Aquaman. 2019 gives us Shazam, and I think Justice League Part 2. And then 2020 gives us Cyborg and Green Lantern. That brings its own conversation though. Green Lantern.
Green Lantern's gonna be interesting because they already messed up so much on him.
They did.
And
it's nothing against Ryan Reynolds. He did the best he could with a terribly
with what he was
script.
given. Yeah.
That's what it was. The script was terrible.
The objective is now
Thank you for getting in my way, teammate. But, what was I gonna say?
Okay, you join my game after this.
How do I join your game?
I'm back
I don't know how actually. Do I invite you? Anyone in the chat, if you know, tell us. I don't play Overwatch, and Alan, he just started really. So if you know how to actually like get this game going with two friends to play,
Yeah.
please do tell.
Yeah. People need to stop coming into my office.
Your office?
Yes,
You have an office?
I do. That's where I have my game set up.
Oh. Your office.
Okay, no, it's actually an
location.
office.
Honestly, Soldier 76 characters are starting to annoy me. I used to play them. I get it now. I really do. I really get them. I understand why people do not like people who play Soldier 76. You know what it is?
Never
People are
played
just
Soldier
calling him
76, actually.
He's really easy. That's why. Just spam him. He has an auto rifle that his power is. You know who's annoying? They. Damn, she's annoying. I can't kill her for life.
May and the fat guy with the chain.
Yep, because they're both tanks that suck ass.
Okay, come on, poke your head up.
They also have. She has this healing factor which gives her all her life back. And she just killed me after I've tried to kill her for like almost 3 hours now.
Yeah.
Now you have my attention.
That's how impossible it is to kill this. Like how holy hell. It's terrible. I can't do it anymore. What games are coming out that are gonna be fun? You know, I heard they're making a Battlefront 2? After their terrible game they came out with.
I don't know.
They've already it's already in production.
Huh.
That's terrible. Like, okay, the last game, it was just so bad. It was unbalanced. The weapons needed work.
Epic. You made the right decision.
I'm just excited to see what this year spits out, comic movie wise.
Gonna be good. 2017 is gonna be big. Like 2016 was already really great. So.
2016 was the year of heroes fighting each other.
Also vigilantes. We had Deadpool and Suicide Squad. We had
anti-heroes.
Batman
That's
versus
what we
Superman,
had.
and we had Captain
Anti-heroes
America
and heroes
Civil
fighting
War.
each other.
It was repeat. So we had in Marvel we had Captain America Civil War, which is superheroes and superheroes. Batman vs Superman, superheroes and superheroes. Then we had Deadpool, which is a vigilante. Then we had Suicide Squad, which is vigilantes. So there was definitely between these two companies, they really had almost a lot of familiar movies with each other.
Yeah,
And I think they did that out of respect. I don't know if they did that on purpose, but it sure as hell seems like it.
Here's what we're getting movie-wise this year out of both companies. We have Old Man Logan.
Mm-hmm.
The new Wolverine movie. That's going to be interesting. We have Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We got Wonder Woman.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is going to be great.
Yeah. We have Spider-Man Homecoming.
Can't wait to see that.
I'm actually so excited to see that. We have
One shot.
Thor
We need a new
Ragnarok
Spider-Man.
and
So Alex doesn't have to
Justice
dress
League.
like a hipster anymore.
Tiens,
Yes.
It looks like we will be working together.
Next year, we get Aquaman, another Spider-Man, but it's animated. We finally get Wasp to show up with Ant-Man and the Wasp. We got part 1 of the Infinity War. Next year we have Flash, we have Black Panther.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
They really
2019.
Are the stops.
2019 it starts to get a little blurry on what comes out. It's a lot of untitled stuff that it doesn't know. But that's when we get Shazam and Captain Marvel, an untitled Avengers film, which is probably going to be part 2 of Infinity War.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
It's gonna be fun, but it's also kind of troublesome because if they do this really bad, it could really ruin the whole entire franchise.
If this
They're not
year
careful.
gets ruined movie-wise, a lot of fanboys are gonna be pissed.
Not just that, but it just ruins the whole basis of what it will be built off of, making it not fun for a lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people are gonna be upset if they mess up this year. Which reminds me, what do you think of the lineup for, what's his name? What? The Aquaman villain. What's his
I
name?
don't know who it is.
His brother. Ocean Master.
Let's try that again.
Okay. I don't really know much about Aquaman, but...
Guess who they've cast for him?
Who?
He's been in a DC movie before, also directed by Zack Snyder.
Who?
The guy who played, Night Owl in The Watchmen.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
I personally am not happy with that choice.
See you later.
Who wouldn't be? Terrible.
You have, the muscle-bound
Let's try
what's
that
the
again.
actor's name? Jason Momoa as Aquaman, and then this scrawny guy as his brother.
Translocating.
Get back.
Like, it's one of the things that I'm not happy with DC.
Oh, remember that one cowboy movie they made with the robot? I forget, we watched it once.
Jonah Hex.
I've got you in my
Jonah Hex, that was
sights.
just terrible.
Rendez-vous avec la mort.
Get these jokers off my point.
That
What?
was just, it was so boring.
That also reminds, what did you think of the closing of the trilogy for First Class? The second...
I didn't really care. I stopped caring about X-Men. I didn't know. It was annoying. They were changing up time so much. I don't know how they thought their people who watched it would still be interested at this point. I mean, they really just, they went off of hinges. Ever since Wolverine, when the one in Japan, it was just, I don't know. X-Men, they've had their, it's a good movie, but you don't know if it's gonna be a great movie. It's good and bad. It's just...
You saw Apocalypse, right?
No, I didn't actually.
Really? You haven't seen it yet?
Where were we?
No, I'm just too lazy, I guess.
I think out of the trilogy, it was the best. Out of the series, it wasn't. Like, it pulls better than any of them that have come out since Days of Future Past. Which was terrible. I hated that movie. Still do.
60 seconds remaining.
But it was a good
Get on the
movie.
objective.
That's not saying it didn't have its flaws. It wasn't the best movie, but it was still good. Go check it out.
Sounds great. Now, I know it was a lot of people liked it, but a lot of people didn't because it's like, its time was just getting really annoying.
Honestly,
It's
it's time for 20th Century Fox to realize they're done. They need to be done with X-Men. They need to let them retire and hand the rights back to Marvel.
It's just not fun anymore. I don't know, the movies just aren't that great.
Same
Never got into
with
them. I don't like X-Men that much anyways. I just never have. They're just
20th
not that
Century
interesting
Fox
to me.
needs to get their head out of their ass and realize that they need to get the characters back to the company they belong to.
You know what's getting really annoying? Them not explaining jack shit to us.
Yeah.
Play
They're
of
just
the
walking
game.
around like, oh yeah, we're just not going to tell you anything about the Infinity Stones. And it's going to be really annoying having to hear them explain it to us. And I'm just not I'm excited, but at the same time I'm not excited for it.
Triple kill.
Because I'm afraid they're just, it's
Um,
going to go terrible.
Well, I'm gonna go eat.
Alright, you're
To
probably going to end the
viewers,
stream then.
we will be back in probably about 45 minutes to an hour. Except we're going to be live streaming over on Twitch. We're going to be doing some Infinite Warfare. The reason we're doing it over on Twitch is because with how long my videos are, we're not stopping anywhere near the 2-hour mark. We're just going to go and go and go.
Select your hero.
I'll text Alex. Wait, what time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna go eat and do stuff too.
Yeah. So, I'm going to end the stream here. I'll see you guys over on Twitch. Link is down in the description. Till then, Isenfire, signing off.